Hey everyone, Elite Doodle Arky Insights here. As I told you guys, that a lore additional will pop up. Here it is. This is our first lore additional mode, like a special analysis actually. In today's video, we will be analyzing a bit more clearly about some things of the dookey lore a bit deeper than our normal analysis. That is the difference between an analysis and lore additional. Anyways, let's begin. The first thing you might be confused about is the place right here called Bikini Atoll. Arky said that he was found there. So let's find out about this place to relate it to the lore. So Bikini Atoll is a ring-shaped island found in the Marshall Islands of the Pacific Ocean. So another name, Castle Bravo, is the name of the nuclear bomb test done there. Castle Bravo is just the name of the bomb. It was a massive explosion at Bikini Atoll. The scientists there worked quite to make sure it would work. And the explosion was about 15 megatons. 15 megatons isn't a joke, is it? Well, it was the biggest nuclear explosion in the history of United States. So, of course, 15 megatons would carry a lot of nuclear chemicals. Now, back to the lore, this means that as Arky was a normal, ordinary shark found at Bikini Atoll, this explosion caused Arky to be radiated to the point where he can literally speak. That sounds a bit realistic. This lore isn't real, but if it was, it would be insane to connect with the original histories of the world. Nuclear radiation so freaking high that a shark voice box in the throat gets activated. And why is he yellow? Well, we don't have any idea about that yet. Hopefully we will find out. Moving on, the family of Doodle. I already told you guys in my previous videos that Doodle's family is a fake pufferfish family. But let's get deeper theories for this. Maybe Jerome pays a random pufferfish family to adopt him or something so that Doodle won't find out. We also heard Arky goes on meetings with Doodle's mom, so his mom also knows the lore, and in fact the whole family does. So this is why Arky even has cameras in Doodle's room. That isn't weird, actually. Arky could just want to prevent Doodle from finding out about the lore. So in conclusion, Jerome pays every person that exists in Doodle's life a lot of money. But how do the pufferfish family talk? Now this is another theory. Maybe around Bikini Atoll, just like how Arky got radiated, Doodle's family maybe also got radiated. That's what I think. Please do write your theories down in the comments. In the next lore additional, after a few videos, I will be explaining theories about Jerome and Arky's partnership. Anyways, let's talk about Doodle's memory return. So as we know, Arky the neuralizer shark, whose dad never returns, has flashbanged Doodle infinite times. So, there will come one day when the neuralizer won't work, and Doodle himself will start regaining his memory. I think that time will come soon, but neuralizer not working is what I doubt, because Arky goes to Jerome for memory suppressants, and this means the neuralizer would never run out of fuel. So does this mean Doodle's never gonna remember the past? Nah, not today. Doodle will regain the past, but if he does question Arky about it, then it might be dangerous, because Arky gonna get the neuralizer and erase his memory of a part of the day, as I told you guys already in the previous video. If Doodle would know about the lore for some amount of time, then even if Arky erased his memory, the past will still be stored in Doodle's brain. At least for a year or so, Doodle must stay with the lore in his brain so that he can still remember about the lore even though the neuralizer erased a part of the day. On the other hand, if any of the audience would get a chance to collaborate with Doodle and Arky, then they would probably try telling Doodle the truth. But as long as Arky has cameras in his Doodle's rooms and he follows Doodle, the truth is far from Doodle. If I ever had a chance to, I would risk it, even though Arky would say, "I'll give you whatever you want. But don't tell Doodle the next day. Arky is just gonna get scammed by me." That's how much I want Doodle to know the truth. Moving on, let's talk about Arky's voice even deeper. Here, look at this scene from a video called Who Knows Me Better? My Best Friend or My Girlfriend?
Okay, my number one fear is nukes, like in particular the nuclear radiation.
Alright, so in these scene, Arky explains to both Doodle and Emma, saying that his biggest fears are nuclear radiation. And obviously, I think your analyzer got you here. So yeah, the reason why Arky is scared of nuclear radiations is because, as we know, Arky got a voice from the Castle Bravo experiment in Atoll. And when he first got a voice, it was so high-pitched that he didn't really like it and decided to run on a test where he goes through more radiation of nukes and see if his voice changes over time. And yes, sir, it did. It became lower-pitched every 11 years, and slowly, from high-pitched to lower-pitched, his voice became brand new. However, we can assure you that the radiations just work once or twice or maybe thrice for lucky ones. For Arky, he was common, so he got a higher-pitched one first and then was able to change the voice once only. But, however, Doodle's mom, Doodle's dad have even lower-pitched voices because they might have radiated their voice twice or thrice to get the voices to become insanely low-pitched. I think voices by Castle Bravo nuclear radiation is also determined by the age of the creatures. Arky was found so high-pitched on first try. Doodle's mom, Doodle dad might be older, so a bit deeper voice. Anyways, back to Arky's fear. It isn't really what Arky fears, it is something that he hates. Because as you see, the radiation took away his high-pitched voice, and now he finally understands the value of his OG high-pitched voice. So because the nukes took away half his voice's pitch, fear started to develop in Arky till today. This is actually amazing. We all must just stop studying and just watch Doodle and Arky, cause look, Doodle's a genius at math.
I have to do math! I'm waiting for Doodle.
Oh, it's math? All right, I'll leave it to you.
8, 4, 5.
It's 52, you idiot.
56 divided by...
8.
Doodle, you should enter a math competition.
It's like I had a calculator.
And due to all of this lore, we start to know more histories. We even learn what happens if we sit and eat burritos all the day like Arky, so everyone are probably preferring to exercise. See? Even PE is available in Dookey. Alright, so that was it, everyone. This was a lot of info. There's another analysis coming soon, so stick around. Also, we are really close to 1,000 subscribers, so come on guys, subscribe. Alright then. Elite Doodle Arky Insights, out.